Triple E EDC back again with another knife video. This is the ZT-0452 WBW. Now this is a sprint run, so it's no longer available, but the 0452 is. So the 0452 normally comes in black carbon fiber, a satin blade, and 20 CV. This comes in S35VN, a black wash blade, and black and white carbon fiber. The WBW is designated WBW because it comes with white carbon fiber, which is the W, white, and BW is black wash. So white, black wash. That is how you're getting the WBW. This is a Sinkovich design, so you can definitely see the elements of Sinkovich in here with the pivot and also the lines of the knife in general. And let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. So here is the Para 3, Spyderco Para 3. Here is the Benchmade Super Freak. The Spyderco PM2 is the same length from end to end, so you can see the difference between the two. This is a very long knife, not huge, but long. Let's go ahead and take a look at it against the Shaman, Spyderco Shaman, and Benchmade Presidio 2. A little bit bigger of a knife, more tactical. And let's do another size comparison with another bigger knife, the ZT-0308, which you can see is much bigger in this dimension, but is actually smaller in this dimension. And just for good measure, a ZT-0452 tie, which is the same as a Endura XM18. So as you can see, this knife is much longer than most of those other knives. Let's go ahead and talk about the good and the bad of this knife. So what's good about this knife? One is the materials. The carbon fiber on this is excellent. I am not a big carbon fiber fan, but I really, really like this carbon fiber. I also really like the black washing on the blade. ZT generally does satin blades pretty well. You can see the satin on this. This is a ZT blade in 20 CV with satin, which is the same you'll get on the 0452 if you get the regular one. So I really like ZT's satin blades. Go see Outpost 76's video about ZT's heat treat. But in general, I've had no problems with their heat treat, but I think he's had some issues with the heat treat in the past. Go ahead and check out his videos. In any event, the materials are great. The carbon fiber is great on here. S35VN steel is one of the best steels out there on the market. I know a lot of people like to think of 20 CV as being a much better steel. Just because it's more well balanced doesn't mean that it's necessarily better. I mean, this is easier to sharpen than M390 or 20 CV, and you know it does great, and it's on high-end knives. Even I mean, Reeve invented it, right? So or helped invent it in conjunction with CPM or Crucible. So on the Incosis and all the other Reeve knives, you'll see S35VN. In any event, the materials are great on this. It has bearings, and the action on this is very smooth. The detent on this is pretty perfect because when you pull this out, whoops, just hit the camera, because it is a long knife. Let's hold it back a little bit. When you pull this out, boom, you can really hear the action on this. And remember, this is carbon fiber, so you're not going to get a thunk like you do on titanium. You got titanium on one side, but this is carbon fiber, and you still get that sound, which is amazing. So the action on this is just very, very, very good. The blade is balanced in such a way, and the detent is such a way that when you deploy it, you can feel it, you can hear it. It's enjoyable. It's also bearings, so it's nice and smooth coming down. Not drop shot, but nice and smooth. The knife itself, the titanium on here, I like the black washing on the titanium as well. One of the great things about the black washing on the blade, black washing on titanium, is that it helps to hide scratches. Not that there's a ton of scratches on here, but titanium does scratch, and so when you have a black washed blade and a black washed and a black wash titanium, you don't see scratches if and when they occur, which is great. So that's another good thing. The blade itself is an excellent blade shape. It's almost like a steak knife, and it's very, very usable. This is not really a choil. It has a sharpening choil. You can choke up on this and put your finger here. There's no guard. It will be on your finger. If you know what you're doing and you fold over the crease of your finger, you probably won't have any problems. If you choose to do it this way, just don't shove your finger down on it or else you'll cut yourself. So use caution. That being said, the handle itself is extremely ergonomic, very, very ergonomic on my large glove size hands. And I would probably give the ergonomics on this, especially being such a skinny knife, I was shocked at how good the ergos are. I'd probably give the ergos on this a good 8.5 to 9 out of 10. I mean, they're really good. They're really, really, really very good. So great job, Sinkovich, on that. As far as, that'll pretty much do it for the good category. I'll also say the fit and finish on this is pretty good. There was one issue, which I'll get to in the bad, which I'll talk about now since we're going into the bad. So on the bad, the pivot had a tendency to back out. That was solved with a little bit of blue thread locker, but it's not something I love to see on a knife. And as a result, centering became an issue as the pivot backed out. Now the centering is perfect because the pivot is in there with thread locker, but it's not something I'd like to see on a knife, but it can happen to a variety of knives, so not a big deal. And it's something that can be solved. The lanyard hole on here is in a good spot, but they didn't really take full advantage of the deep carry that lanyard hole provides because you still have a little bit of deep carry here. And the clip itself is not a very good clip. I think that the clip is too small for the size of the knife here. It is a very long knife and a very small clip. I don't mind a mini clip. In fact, the mini Bugout clip is one of my favorite, and this is reminiscent of the mini Bugout clip. However, this knife is too long for this clip. And on top of that, as you can see from the, the sides of the clip, this is a painted clip. I hate painted clips. Hate them. I don't understand why people can't just go and do what Benchmade does and do this, whatever this process is, parkerizing or whatever the hell this is. It leaves a black clip, no paint, nothing comes off, no issues. And, they do it on a lot of their clips. No issues, no painted clip. I don't understand why ZT, at a higher price point than Benchmade, and people complain about the Benchmade tax, can't get a clip that is good. I mean, all their clips suck for the most part. Look at this. Painted clip again on this knife. This is a $300 knife with a sucky painted clip. Come on. This is also a painted clip. It's been sanded off. The paint has been sanded off, but it is a painted clip. Now, this clip is better. It's a long, nice, deep carry clip. And other than the fact that it's painted, I really don't have a lot to complain about with this clip. But these clips both suck. So, this one in particular, because it just doesn't match the knife. Now, on top of that, the billboarding on the clip. Come on, ZT. Why are we billboarding ZT on the side of the clip? Kershaw does that because it's at a lower price point. Fine. I can live with it. I don't love it, but I can live with it. This is a premium price point. Why are you doing this? All right, rant over. Especially, you got the brand here. Why do you need it on the clip? All right, rant over. So that's pretty much the bad on this. I think that covers the bad. So overall, I think the knife is really, really good, and I really enjoyed having this. I have sold it actually. That you shouldn't take away from that I don't like the knife. I really do love this knife. The reason I sold it is because I just had too many knives. As a reviewer, I need to keep a rotating stock, so I keep some things in my permanent collection, and then other things I have to rotate out every so often so that I can get new knives in for you guys to see on the channel. But I really enjoyed having this, and this is a great design by Sinkovich. Beautiful knife, great EDC. I mean, this slim profile, carries very well in the pocket. So I should have put that in the good, but it carries very well in the pocket. And with the exception of this clip, the carry is almost perfect. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and like the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get all my content, and drop a comment below. Let me know if you have this knife, what you think about it, and if there are any other ZTs you'd recommend I check out that you haven't quite seen on the channel. Thanks so much.